This video will explore the personal lifestyle of Muslims as relates to dress, ummah, and religious duty. Muslims interpret the first Quran quote on your screen as saying that God has commanded them to wear clothes firstly to cover their bodies, and secondly to look better. There are many different styles of Muslim dress, showing different interpretations of the Quran. Men and women are expected to show modesty in their dress, and not to display their finery. This prevents Muslims from taking too much pride in their appearance. Following the second Quran quote on your screen, women are told to dress in a way that shows they are Muslim. Dress becomes an outward sign of faith. Some Muslims believe that women should not be seen at all by men except close relatives. This practice is called purdah. Some Muslims believe this is a cultural practice rather than a teaching of Islam, with women dressing to cover their whole bodies, including their face and hands. Keeping purdah also means separating men and women in the mosque and at social events, and is often linked to arranged marriages. The traditional rules for dress are that women should cover their body except for their face and hands with loose clothing, and men must cover from navel to knee with loose clothing. Hijab can mean modest dress for women, but has come to be associated with a headscarf that many Muslim women wear to follow the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad that only their face and hands can be seen. Some Muslim women do not wear the hijab at all. Some believe that wearing the hijab means they are not objectified by men. However, the hijab can also be a fashion statement. Some Muslims believe that the most important part of the Quran teaching is that the clothing of righteousness is best, so it is about the attitude rather than the particular items of clothing. Special clothing may be a way of helping this, but it is not essential. For them, to keep hijab is to avoid pride in appearance and to dress modestly in a way that does not draw attention. The Ummah is the Muslim community around the world, linked by faith and commitment to the Shahada. In saying the words of the Shahada, "There is no God but God, and Muhammad is the Prophet of God," in front of witnesses, a person joins the Ummah. Someone becoming a Muslim may take on a Muslim name. Male names may begin with Abdul, which means servant. Muslims believe that other Muslims are their brothers and sisters, and the modern-day Ummah is comprised of people from all different cultures, countries, and races. Everyone is equal. The Ummah is united by a common language, Arabic, the 5 pillars of Islam, and Sharia, the holy law of Islam. The religious duties of the Ummah are to carry out the 5 pillars, to celebrate festivals, and to obey the laws of God and the example of the Prophet, found in the Quran, Hadith, and Sunnah. Muslims do these things together if they can, like praying and fasting. Some duties, like Hajj, can only be done by some people, but others can learn from their experience. The Ummah needs people who are experts on Islamic teaching, on the Quran and Sharia, and judges to settle disputes between Muslims. It also needs representatives who will speak for the community to the government and to Muslims worldwide. Muslims believe that the people who perform these special roles should be supported by the community, so everyone can live as God planned. Muhammad said that the life, property, and honor of one Muslim is sacred to another, and therefore a Muslim should want for his brother in the Ummah what he wants for himself. The idea of brotherhood and sisterhood means that Muslims should respond to those in need, being generous with their time and money. One hadith of Muhammad states, "You cannot enter paradise unless you are a total believer. You cannot be a total believer unless you love one another." Being a Muslim goes beyond beliefs and is reflected in everyday choices. Islam is a complete way of life. A Muslim's lifestyle should show that there is nothing more important than God, and serving God should always come first. Muslims follow the example set by Muhammad, although Muslim opinion differs as to how important that is in today's world, whether it is recorded correctly, and whether it might be outdated. However, Muslims believe that they should weigh up a situation and do what they believe Muhammad would have done. Muhammad taught them that the value of actions lies in the intention behind them. Muslims should support each other in living a Muslim lifestyle, as Muhammad taught that someone was only really poor if they did not dare to ask for help. Today, Muslims support one another online as much as face to face. Whereas lifestyle was focused on the mosque in the past, the worldwide Ummah is now connected virtually.